Hello YouTube, this is Dakota back again with our continuation of Pokemon Silver walkthrough. Forgot to show you guys how to save the first time, so let's go ahead and get that done. You just go to the start menu, save, yes. Pretty simple. So let's jump into it. We got our starter Pokemon on the last video. I chose Totodile, the water type. So we'll probably run into our first battle soon, and I'll get to walk you guys through that. I'm on my way to Cherry Grove City. A little bit past Cherry Grove City on Route 30 is Mr. Pokemon's house, and if you remember from the last video, we have to go see him to get some info. Now here's our first battle. I ran into a wild Sentret. I have the option to, select my pack to get an item. That's where Pokeballs will be later. I also can select Pokemon if I want to switch, run away. I'm going to go ahead and fight. You just hit fight, and there's a couple of different options as far as moves go. Leer actually is a move that lowers the opponent's defense. I'm not really one for defensive moves, not to say that they're not effective. I just like to attack a lot until the other creature is fainted. Battling like this will give you experience points. That's that little blue bar that you just saw go up underneath my health. So I'm gonna go try to get to Cherry Grove City. We'll see. I have to go through a little bit more wild, tall grass battle here. So this time it's Rattata. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name exactly, so I hit fight, I'll scratch. And in the future, we'll be, when we have some Pokeballs, we can catch these things if we want. Ideally, you'll want to lower their health. The green bar that you see going down is the health, that's the hit points. You want to lower it down, see where it is right now where it's yellow. That's the perfect place to have it, to try to throw a Pokeball and catch it. I wasn't too worried about him getting me, so I could have used my potion to heal, but I wasn't too worried about it. See, there I leveled up, because my experience bar went all the way up. That comes from fighting. This early in the game, there's no sense in avoiding battles. I mean, they really help you. You tend to level up a lot faster when you're in the lower levels with your Pokemon. Okay, here's this gentleman here. He asked if you want help. Go ahead and hit yes, even if you don't think you need it. Reason being is, at the very end, he's just giving you a tour of the city right now. He's just kind of, telling you what's around. At the very end of this, he gives you a map card. So, you remember at the, last video, I didn't really know if you were going to get a map or not, or if you just had to, go back to your house. But anyways, that was my mistake. No, this gentleman does give you a map card at the very end of his little tour of the place. So, and at that point, there's not really much of a point around. Now I will go to the Pokemon Center and heal my Totodile, because that Rattata did actually do a little bit of damage to him. You saw it did a tail whip, which lowered my defense. So when it finally tackled me, it actually did more damage than it normally probably would have. I was just going in there to see if there was anything important. There wasn't. So here's the Pokemon Center. You can go over to this computer. Later you'll be using this. From what I've read and from what I remember in my childhood of playing Red very briefly, that's where the Pokemon storage system is. When you're only allowed to carry 6 Pokemon with you at a time. When you catch over that number, they will start going in that computer, and you'll have to withdraw and deposit them a lot like a bank account. So, Pokemon Center, you talk to that nurse at the counter. She will heal your Pokemon for you. Their moves go back up. So, and I forgot to talk about that during the battle, so I'll show you that later. But here's the mart. I just kind of went here to show you. They sell potion, antidote. They sell Pokeballs after, the main quest when that becomes available to you. You're not considered a trainer yet. You have to go see this Mr. Pokemon guy. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go up to Route 30. Oh, here we go. A battle. So see if you can catch this. There's a Weedle. So when I have tackle selected, do you see where it says, or well, not tackle, but scratch? I do it really quickly, so I don't really give you much of a chance to see. I'll have to go back and edit this if I get a chance. But no, just believe me, there's a number below scratch that says, like, 25 out of 25. And each time you use it, that lowered, like, you can only use it 25 times. Now, when you go to a Pokemon Center, that number resets. So that's why you want to heal regularly. You don't want to run out of moves. So I'm hoping I'm making sense, though. I'm not going to Violet City quite yet. I'm going to go in and get some berries from this guy. In this game, you get berries. And what they do is your Pokemon hold them, and in battle, let's say I'm in a battle, and I have really, really low HP, hit points, then that berry can kick in and actually heal me. Bring almost like a potion, but I don't have to select it, so I don't miss a turn, and that's really actually very helpful. They fall off of trees, so anytime you see a tree like that, see if there's any berries on it. Mr. Pokemon's house is to the right. You just want to stay as far to the right on Route 30 as possible, and you'll come up here. So I just went to the sign to make sure, and then I was like, hey, there's a tree over there. So I'm going to go see if that tree has a berry on it, and it does. Yay. Okay. So, let's see, I'm going to go in Mr. Pokemon's house. This is the guy that Professor Elm wanted me to talk to. There he is. Okay, so you'll kind of just listen to him. He, this part of the game, there's a little bit of story to Pokemon. It's not just a collect, and fight RPG. I mean, it is mostly, but there is a little bit of a story to it. So if you're interested in this, you can read it. I kind of skip over it. I look for clues as to where I'll go next. So that's another... Okay, there's Professor Oak. He's from the original games and stuff, so he actually gives you a Pokédex because he sees potential in you to become a Pokemon trainer. And a Pokédex is like a digital encyclopedia. When you catch a Pokemon, it'll tell you everything about it automatically. Mr. Pokemon gave you an egg, a mysterious Pokemon egg that you have to take back to Elm. So, yeah, I mean, this is pretty much just the game taking off. When these conversations happen, I know it can be boring, but you definitely want to pay attention because sometimes these guys will tell you kind of where you're going next. And sometimes I gotta be honest, I go online and I have to look at strategy guides because I don't know where to go, and it's okay because it's all over Google. I mean, you can easily find out, and on YouTube, where to go, but it's good to pay attention to those things. That was basically my point. Professor Elm called me. He needs me to get back to the lab, basically. Essentially, we're about to find out what happened, but, someone broke in. My rival, who is nameless as of yet, has broken into the lab. I might as well take this fight with this Weedle. Why not? I think I'm about to level up. Yeah, I'm getting kind of close to leveling up. Now, he's a level 3, the Weedle is. So you can see right above his health there. The higher the level creature that you're fighting, the more experience you're going to get after that fight. Since he's only a 3, I might not get very much experience. It might take another fight to kind of put me over level 6. We'll see. But yeah, he's using a move that makes my speed fall, so it makes me slower. Sometimes I'll lose a turn, so that's no fun. Yeah, I didn't level up, but almost. Very, very close. About as close as you can get. So I'm going to go... Remember, I'm going back to Professor Elm's lab. He's in trouble from that phone call. So here's the guy, your rival. His name is question mark right now. That's because you name him later. You'll see. So, apparently he broke into Elm's lab and took Chikorita, the grass Pokemon that we didn't want. Now, Totodile actually does have a disadvantage to this Pokemon, but they're not a high enough level yet for that to matter. Right now, all they can do is scratch and tackle each other. Later on, I'm going to want to have some Pokemon backing me up, because water is actually weak to grass. And later on, when our Pokemons are higher level, they're going to have attacks that are matching their type. Right now, it doesn't really matter, and I'm level 6, they're level 5. Now, you noticed he kept using stuff to, make my attack fall. Was it attack? It was something, I missed it there. But, I'm just gonna keep scratching. I mean, worst case scenario, I use a potion. I'm not too worried. Oh, see, there's the berry that I was talking about. So, my health got kind of low, and that berry just automatically kicks in. Like, I didn't have to do anything for that to happen. So, we're gonna finish this fight up. Okay. That's finished. It tells you your experience points. It also tells... Okay, I grew to level 7. It also tells you how much money you got from the fight. It says 300 yen, if I recall. Yeah. So, I don't really know how that works. It's good, because that's money that you can buy potions, Pokeballs with. You need that. I guess, like, after a battle, if you lose, you just fork over some money to whoever just beat you. So, oh, not that way. Okay. Am I gonna do this battle? Or do I just want to get back to the lab? It's a Sentret, it's a level 2. I'm about to level up, so why not? Okay. See, that scratch almost did it in, because that's a level 2. I'm at level 7 now, so it'll just take one more. I'm gonna try that new move, Rage, that I got. I'm gonna see what that does. Okay, I probably should have tried that first to kind of see, like, what kind of damage it did. Okay, level 8, that's good. Oh well, I'll use it later. As you level up, your Pokemon learn new moves. You can only learn 4 moves at a time. If you have 4 and you're trying to learn another one from leveling up, you have the option to go back and delete a move that you don't think you might need anymore. You can also jump over those little cliffs if you're going down. If you're coming up them, however, you have to go around them. So I'm going to go back to the lab here. There's like a police officer guy, and he's asking if you have any information on what happened. So, with long red hair, that's the guy we fought. So this is where you get to name your rival. I'll name him James. Not after anyone in particular, that's just a name. You can name him, I think when I was a kid and I was playing Red, I think I named him Tyler, because there was this kid that bullied me named Tyler, and I just thought it was almost empowering to name the bad guy in a game whatever you wanted to name him, and I named him like my bully, so you can do, if you have someone who pushes you around at school or something, you can name your rival that in Pokemon and beat him, and then he'll give you money afterwards. So yeah, he's like I said, you can read this. Not much to it, but essentially, but here's where you gotta pay attention. He says, make sure you go talk to your mom. See, he said that at the very end, so I'll go out. Okay, so he's gonna give me some Pokeballs. That's what we're gonna be using to catch the wild Pokemon that we run into in that tall grass. So that's gonna be useful. I'll show you where they are. You go to your pack, and you hit over on the D-pad, and there they are. You're going to do that during a battle. Like I said, you want to weaken the Pokemon first. I'll go ahead and save again. I'll go ahead, I'll go over to my mom and talk to her. I think she actually, if I remember correctly, she offers to save your money for you. So in this game, you do have the option to make your mom save your money for you. I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I just don't see the point. If either I'm going to have it or she's going to have some. but I don't know. I mean, everything I buy in this game is useful. I mean, it's something that, I mean, you gotta be smart about it. You don't want to spend all your money on potions. I mean, you want to be diverse, but anyways, that'll be for later. I will go ahead and save again because I'm about to go ahead and get off. I do appreciate you guys watching. Stay in tune for more videos. They will get better. I will become more knowledgeable. I'm doing a lot of research beforehand, before I go in and make these, and I'm doing the commentary afterwards. So comment, like, subscribe. In the comments you can put any questions you may have, and I look forward to doing more of these. Thank you.